old man doing now? Now, I don't know if you guys remember or even watch, but we did a shooting video a while back. And that tank right there was 460 yards from up there somewhere where we had the shooting bench up in the corner. So what I want to do is I want to be able to shoot 500 and 600 yards. Got some trees in the way. And I want to move the target to where, if you look all the way through there, you'll see the top line of the fence kind of drop a little bit. And that's roughly 600 yards. Oh yeah, by the way, we're using 200 series Husqvarnas, which was the main reason for this get-together. Is we're all kind of enthused about that class. Almost hit the target.
You always want to get your limbs cleaned up before you drop the bucket. You know, get the grounds cleaned up.
And
Yeah,
I'm
you
guilty
get cranked
of,
up and you want to just keep going. But really, what you got to do sometimes is just stop, clear out some of the brush, make another mess. Yeah. Instead of making one big mess, you do it in stages.
that affects your getaway route. If when you're flopping that tree, it doesn't do what you had planned to. Yeah. You can't get away from a tree that's going to hit you if you're tangled up in the brush.
Yeah,
you know, not even
when
that.
You're working at what you're going to cut,
right.
not what you already cut. Yeah. So you're not really paying attention to the stuff you're stumbling over.
That's right. And I know I'm guilty of it. Like you say, you get going, you get jobbing, and you're walking through the top that you already limbed 2 trees prior. Yeah. You're spending more time looking for footing than you are paying attention to your saw.
The reason why this discussion happens is I kind of dropped sort of a photo bomb into this thing about, let's try to do a video about, here, you got your first saw. Now all these guys have been running saws since the Earth's crust cooled off, right? So there's a lot of things that they bring to the table, just common sense, that might not be obvious to the first saw purchaser or buyer. So I asked them to come up with some ideas, and what I was going to do is just kind of let them do their thing and get some snapshots and maybe put together a video where we capture some of this basic knowledge about how to perform simple tasks with your first saw.
The other thing here too is getting the jump trees out of here first, leaving your firewood trees till there. That way you can clean up better and stack that wood.
Another aspect too is we got 4 guys working in a real small space. I think we've all been real good about checking our 6 before we face.
Look, see where everybody is.
Walt got my attention once to say, hey, look out, he wants to cut over there. You know, no matter how good you try to do, you're always going to miss something, but it's having everybody to back you up.
This is all pretty advanced, and I want to reel back a little bit, and I was just watching him, and I got it on video, as he dissected that tree quite handily, and watching how he decided to do a top cut versus cut from underneath, take the branches off, how you strategize taking that tree down is something that everybody here that is in this camera, not the one behind it, but everybody here has enough knowledge. They do it second nature. They don't think about the very simple decisions they make.
Trying to read what's holding that tree up.
Try not to
And
pinch the
then
saw.
Start cutting the legs out from under, watching for it to roll your way. And, you know, something little like that, not a huge deal, but if you're cutting up something that's got any size to it, if that thing rolls over and you get swatted by a 16-inch runner off a big old hard maple or something, you're not going to limp away from that.
Nope. But you know, some of the simple things, and I'm not quite sure how to get it into this video, but for example, you drop a tree where it lands up against another tree and now it's a little bit stressed. What side of the branch do you attack so you don't get hit by a baseball bat, you know? And just simple, the log is on the ground, how do you cut it up where you don't pinch your saw? And as he was saying, as you take away the branches, it's going to determine which way that tree is going to roll. You don't want it rolling to you if you can help it. There's some things there. But this is talk. I want to see if we can get tactical and start talking about specific situations. And what I'll do is, as these guys are working, assuming he can survive, you need someone to pat you on the
I told
back.
you that coffee was too strong there.
Yeah. What I'll do is, as these guys are doing it, if I see a situation, I'll try to come up with the camera and say, okay, why are you doing what you're doing? And
But what if we don't have an answer, Walt?
One question is, because this is all going to be your firewood, but how, I mean, where do you call it brush and where do you call it firewood? You want to be like 4 inches and up, or what do you want to,
4 inches
what do you
is,
want to save?
4 inches is enough is what I've been using.
Okay.
It's not like we have a shortage of wood around here. And the other thing is the brush is good for the little critters. You know, right to me means it's on the ground, no one got hurt. And then it's in a manageable shape.
And I missed your fence post.
Oh, I was hoping you could hit the target. I followed the darn tree down right to the, oh, geez, did he hit it yet?
Oh, yeah. The one Jack's leaning on, we can aim over there.
Yeah, it's got a little heft to it. Hey, Walt, camera. Whoa. You want to record Bob cutting that limb off right there, that cherry tree. That'd be a good
There
one.
you go.
That's a technical.
Then we'll go back to Joe.
Sorry.
Actually, the shortest guy shouldn't do that.
Valid.
That's actually a good one to do. I mean, you might do it in a couple of spots.
You know what? The average person's going to walk up to that and just try to slice it off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, actually, one thing you could do if you want to make a big project out of it is we'll get the brush out of there that's already there, and I can nip the ends off with the pole saw.
Well, there's a good reason why to bring the pole saw.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do the whole thing with a pole saw.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're keeping his workspace pretty clear.
You guys got to do a little upcut, downcut demonstration there.
I think it would be a good idea. It'd be good for you to narrate it
I know
too.
we can do that.
Yeah, we got two
I
situations.
can reach those, both of those two limbs where it forks with the pole saw.
Well, as Bob was saying, we've got two situations right here that perfectly demonstrate upcut, downcut strategy.
Yep.
And also partial cuts, roll the log and then get the rest of it. And I'm waiting for a volunteer. Either that or I'll do it, and then someone can tell them what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, you haven't done any cutting yet.
There you go. Let me go get my saw. Somebody might jump in here and make some fun of me. It would be really good. Oh. want you to run my 272.
Sounds good.
It's almost stock. It's not quite.
Yeah.
It's got a muffler mod and
No gasket.
no gasket. That's about it. I opened up the transfer.
No, that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
The goal of that
18
saw,
degrees of blow down, 20,000 squish, you know. Intake at 80.
it is actually exactly. Now this is gonna hang. See how it did that? Where it hung? That's the downside of a pole saw. So you cut from the top down unless you've got bull strength to go do an upcut. So actually Bob's showing what happens when you do a top down cut where it hangs on the bottom just a little bit. Now if he could do an upcut, it'd be easier. The two things we want to demonstrate on this limb here is if you just cut down from the top, you're going to get it to sort of hang in the bottom. And you saw that with a pole saw. And then after he does that, what we're going to do is an upcut, then a down cut, so that the branch actually breaks away from the saw. That tore. Now I want to do an upcut, but you see that where it tore from the bottom? We'll do a partial upcut. And that way you see it didn't tear away. Sometimes it'll hold on to the bottom and swing down and whack you. But the way he did that, it broke clean away from the tree. And that's why you do what you do there. Do a partial upcut, then a down cut.
Instead of like I did, and it swings and gains momentum, and who knows where it's going to go.
But it demonstrated, see where it held on to the bottom?
Yep.
You don't want a tree like an ash tree. That'll hang right there like a rope.
If you got any kind of a tree that's stringy at all,
Yeah, we got an ash
that
tree.
actually broke off and went to the ground. A lot of stuff will peel and it'll stay hung up there. And now you're dissecting it to get it the rest of the way on the ground.
Can't beat that. There's nothing on the market like that. That's a hot rod right there.
Yeah, my first Husky, 238 SE. Bought it in '86. It's an '85 saw. I used it for years, and then I added the 262 to my fleet. And then I parked this when I got a 346. But it's still in good shape. Runs great. Fun saw. Steel rim sprocket on it. It's for 3/8 saw. Or 3/8 low profile. And the center's been cut a little bit. The bit of Husky saw.
Yeah.
Those are the only rims that true Pico rims that are available. You have to machine them yourself.
I think the message here is that you can still cut wood with old saws. Oh yeah. You don't have to have some brand new high-tech auto-tune. Well, we won't go any further than that. Saws.
Well, and you can cut wood well, you know. You're not getting it done slow.
Nope. They cut as fast as you want to cut. Yeah, 254 right there.
Saw geeks, these things are all properly tuned and properly sharpened.
Right.
For the most part. There's a few notable exceptions.
What, on the sharpening side?
I was going to say.
I know your 272 is pretty dull.
Yeah. Hang on. Go. So you got to clear the landing zone.
Yeah.
The definition of win is if he puts it to the left side of that tank.
Not much that matters, but the saws do.
To the left side, 1 foot away. If he does that, he's a sharpshooter.
Of your tank?
Left side, not right side. You point to the right.
Oh, you're gonna make me send it against the clean, ain't you?
Just a little bit.
All right. All right, so I'll face it to the left of the tank, and I'll try to come in my back cut a little bit like this to pull the tree that way. Make the hinge thicker on this side and send it more that way.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Probably get this off there.
Little 238 went for a ride one day, right now. Grabbing the working that day.
You can be, but do a military about face, facing that corner.
Yeah. We got to do a little show and tell on the saws. Jack's got a couple right there that are really cool. I tried to catch it when we were cutting, but the noise might have been there. But you got that 238. And that thing runs smooth. Now what, again, did you use for a bar and chain? You're using a low pro 3/8?
Yep. Still Pinko chain. 63 PM chain. And the steel rim sprocket.
And that
Husky
would,
Tech Light bar from our climbing saws.
and that would be that one sitting up there on top. All right, next, 242.
242 is just all stock saw. 13-inch bar. This one right here.
Okay.
13-inch bar. 325.
Next, 242. Whose is that one?
Right.
Yours?
Yep, pretty much bone stock, even has space gas completed. Timing advanced a little bit in muffler mod, and I like it just the way it is.
Just the way it is. I get that. 254.
That's Joe's also.
Okay, I just got that one. Today is the first I've run it.
Yeah,
I just got it like 4 days ago.
And how's it
And
run?
I like it. It's got a lot of torque for its size, and a lot of RPM too. we proved that, didn't we, Josh?
Yep. My freshly rebuilt 254 safely tuned at 14.3.
262. Whose is that one?
Joe's.
You again. It's like all you here.
Sugi on it.
Yeah.
That's the one I got from PA Dan. We traded saws and some work on my end for it, and he sent some stuff with it. Still can't get over that one. I like that as well.
288.
That'd be me. I'll refrain from the nickname, but it's got an attitude. Just a gasket delete muffler mod.
262.
That was mine.
Ah, here we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
here we go. That one started out as like we were talking this morning, a top cover, a cylinder, and a crankcase. Nothing else was on that saw, not even the flywheel. Brought it back to life. Got some parts from Bob. Thanks for that. Running good today.
Yeah, that's all. Both those ran good. And that 272, we've gone through that some
In the
time in the
590s,
past.
there are those.
And Bob brought his. What'd you bring?
I got some
I
questions
got a
for
couple,
Bob
I
on
actually
the,
put a couple of them away already.
Ah,
The
okay.
257 with the converted to the 262, and that, in the
There.
middle of the pile there was the just a regular 242. Gasket out, holes in the muffler, 15-inch bar. I like that. That's a nice handy little. When we start heavy and go light, you know, the opposite of tasting wines.
Nice.
So we did a little bit of a clearing job here, and we talked about it before. We're going to have to go up and see if we got our 600 yards. I think we do. Any commentary on the 200 series? I mean, this is,
still made them.
they are nice, aren't they?
Yeah. Simple to work on.
Easiest saws to work on ever.
Flat out.
Absolutely the easiest saws to work on. Anything you need to get to it fast. You don't have to get the software to get multiple things.
And as a whole package, It's everything you need, nothing you don't.
Yep.
I like them. I think this summer we're going to go back to using that 3 set we have in the truck. But
Well, if we're going to talk about these, one of the things that's worth discussing is that for a lot of these saws, parts availability becomes more and more of an issue as the months go by, and the years go by. Certain things, 242s are very, they're the worst. 257s, 254s, 262s are pretty bad. And now even the 272s and 288s, certain things are going not bothering to bring in anymore. Even though these saws are made down in Brazil, certain parts are just not bringing in.
that's because these guys are buying them all.
Well, yes, all of us are, and they have to be professional. You know, doing the same thing.
People are discovering them. I include myself in that.
I mean, it only makes sense. Think about what you can get a 288 for and bring it back to life versus buying a 390 or a new 372. For guys that have, the ability and know how to do it, it's a win-win.
Yeah, they're a bit of a beast.
They are.
It's our old rule, though. Try to find a complete saw if you can.
Yep.
The more parts that are on it, the fewer parts you got to go looking for them.
And Jack, of course, he's got one of everything that was ever made.
He's very quiet over there.
He is. I think the bottom line to all this is you can still do work with the old saws and have fun doing it.
Wood shop right there.
Oh, I'm sure there is. They're all out now.
See,
Yeah.
they're not used to this being the range, so that's going to be some fun.
Well, I don't know if you can see it, but we've got a shooting lane that I do believe is going to get us to the 600 yards. You know, we're shooting from here, kind of goes down past that tree in the middle of the field, and if you keep looking, you see that tank which is standing on its end, and right behind that tank you see that cherry tree, but off to the right is that cutting lane we just made with the Husqvarna 200 series saws, and that allows us to shoot into the next field. And I think we actually have somewhere between 600 and 700 yards to play with. You see somebody down there walking around. Give you an idea of what that looks like. Let's see if we can zoom up on this. Yeah, we have at least 600 yards. I went at least 200 yards past with the truck, and you can see all the way up to the corner. And again, that tank was 460 from the corner. So I'm in the 600 yard range, and we still have quite a bit more to go.
Knock the rakers down. Well, the next time I cross-cut, it was grabby, and you couldn't hardly do nothing with it.
So he's talking about chains. What's in the chain? And probably don't want to talk about chains with Bob. But
This is that new Oregon that I just picked that up.
that's quite a collection of saws in there, mister.
That's a
Yep, and I only ran
372
2 of
dog
them.
that I reworked to fit on that, so I like it. Gives you a little more up here.
That's just really cool, and they're cool saws.
And I got a added bonus of a kickstand.
Yeah? Chipmunk there.
It's official. It's spring.
It is. Very, very cool. I'm glad you brought these. There is a tree up there. If you decide you want to run the 288 and the 281, there's a, oh my God, it's not a beech. It's hard as hell though.
Well, up where
it's an oak. It's an oak tree up there.
Oh, just up the hill here?
Just up
across
in
the
there.
trail?
Yeah.